Hey there YouTubers, so here I am with another process video today in English, and I don't think I'm gonna talk much about the process as such because this is really a simple layout. There's not a lot of mystery. I didn't use any mixed media, I didn't do anything spectacular. I left it pretty simple, but I might actually I do feel about talking about the story rather than what I was doing, because I think what I was doing can be pretty much observed in the video. And I have to apologize because in some parts the camera is a bit off. I wasn't paying attention. If you can see, you know, on the screen I have washi tape to kind of guide me up to where I should move the layout so that you can see all of it, and I wasn't doing it so well that day. I don't know. I should have been more careful. But anyway, I apologize. So this is a layout that I did with some pictures that I took on Mother's Day. This very last Mother's Day that we celebrated. Here in Spain we celebrated in May. I'm not very sure if it was the first or the second Sunday. God, it just happened and I forgot. But anyway, it was in May. And what we did was we went to eat at the restaurant where my husband works. My husband's is a chef, and every Mother's Day he has to work, unfortunately. So this Mother's Day we went to eat at the restaurant where he works. So it was fun for my daughter because she knew that the food that she was eating was being cooked by Daddy, and it was fun for me as well. Usually I'm at home with my daughter, but this year we wanted to do something different. And just, you know, doing this layout and looking at these pictures, I was thinking about how much it means to me to be a mother and what a miracle it is, because I'm not going to go into a lot of depth, but I have to admit that having my daughter was difficult in the sense that I had a physical problem with my pregnancy, which stuck me in bed for like 6 months of the pregnancy. I was put on bed rest. It was a very risky pregnancy, and then the labor, the day that my daughter was born, it's a miracle. Up to today, I thank God every day for what happened, because we're here, and it's pretty much a miracle. It was quite awful. So just thinking about these things, I feel so blessed, because I feel like I've been chosen to be a mother, and that is a big thing, you know. I think that when God gives you the blessing of a child, and you know that child is just, it's not yours, it's been kind of lent to you, it's a big thing. And I never imagined myself as a mother of an only child. I am actually the youngest of 4. We were 4. Then my father came from a really big family. My husband comes from a really big family. My mother as well. So I never saw myself as the mother of an only child. But I am. And I'm happy. I don't mean that I don't feel like having more sometimes. Obviously, we are humans and we are selfish, and it would be nice to kind of have more than one, because I think that, you know, taking care of an only child is just as difficult as having 2 or 3 or 5 at a go. You know, it's got its difficulties as well. So yeah, I feel blessed that I have Laura. Laura is now 6 years old, and she's my daughter, and I have to say she's super pretty. You know, she's a blue-eyed blonde girl coming from me. I'm so dark, and I remember at the beginning, like, people used to say, how is this even possible? You know, how can your daughter, well, up to this day they still say that, you know, how could she be your daughter? Thankfully, the more she grew, the more she looks like me. Her face resembles mine, and we have the same smile. At least that's what they say. We seem to have the same forehead. I think in these pictures you can appreciate the similarities, but anyway. But still people joke, you know, how come she's so blonde? Well, my husband used to be blonde when he was a little boy. And here in Spain, it's something that I've seen happening very often, that kids tend to be very blonde when they are very small. And then they just, you know, they grow up and yeah, okay, if they have blue eyes, they'll have blue eyes when they grow up. But their hair color just changes so much, you know. I used to teach kids who are really blonde when they were in primary school, and now I teach them in secondary school and they're just not blonde anymore. Perhaps they get like more yellowish streaks when it's summer, but they're not blonde. So yeah, it's weird, because from where I am, you are born one way and you are the same way like 30 years later. So yeah. And so yeah, I was talking about my daughter. She's just beautiful, and she's the best thing about her perhaps is that I feel that she's a good girl, you know. I don't wish for my daughter to be like super intelligent or super, I don't know, perfect in something. I just want her to be a good person, and that's what I pray to God every day, that I hope that she's a good person. I'm sorry, my head just popped in the video but I made a mistake with a pen. So yeah, that's something that I pray for every day, that she's a good person, that she is happy, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry I've rambled a bit today. I just felt like talking about this a little bit, and I haven't said anything about the layout. You've seen the process. I had a lot of trouble putting that rub-on with the word love. I just had a faulty package of rub-ons, and every time that I used them, the same thing happened. They just wouldn't stick to the paper. And these are the very final touches to the layout. I thought it was looking a bit bare. I didn't use a lot of pattern paper, so I did, you know, put little scraps here and there. And then I used a branding strip because I thought that the words were just so cute. They said, "You are so funny, cutie pie, love that smile, I adore you, my favorite." I thought it was amazing. And I've used the Hipkit Club. I have no idea which one it is. I always say this, just I have no idea which one it is. But I've used the Hipkit Club to do this. And there goes my video process for today. Video for today. I'm sorry, it's very late. I'm a bit tired, and I'll stop rambling now and just say goodbye and hope you enjoyed this. And don't forget to participate in the giveaway that I'm doing on my channel. I've had a lot of comments, but I want to see more so that, you know, I can give the prize to someone out there. And that's it. Bye. The courage you